I used to think aging was about fading away. Turns out, it's when I came alive. Maybe you two were like me in thinking when we get older, we kind of become irrelevant, full of pain, and just kind of managing the rest or the end of our lives. Boy, was I wrong, and I am so glad I was wrong. So I want to make this video not so much as a how-to, but it's more of the real stuff. It's not fluff. It's the things that you come to realize and appreciate, that once you get to a certain age, you develop some really cool superpowers. Let's start off with wisdom through experience. That's a big one, right at the top of the list, because when you're growing up and through the years, especially with your work life, you acquire experience, or you put the time in. So you get to know how to do things, or you've done things before. Do you know what's also accumulating is wisdom? And it doesn't happen quickly. It might take a few thousand times, especially in my case. But especially you come to an age and you realize, or you can appreciate that, well, not only have you been there and done that, you know why you don't want to do it again, or you know how to do it better next time. And that is so valuable, and it truly is a superpower. You know, one of the best parts about that is that you learn to ask why instead of just accepting answers, especially when it comes to like your medical stuff and your health. And in the past, I mean, we went to doctors or we got tests or advice, and we kind of accepted it as is, and we accepted remedies or procedures, medicine. But now, I want to know why. Not, why do I have this? I want to get to the root, because my experience and my wisdom has told me that this stuff isn't exactly the way it is, and there must be a superior reason behind why things happen. So it's a great superpower. Number 2, the freedom from people pleasing. Boy, that's a tough one. I've always been someone who tries to get people to like me. I don't know what it was, I guess from growing up or in school or from high school. Remember those days? Oh, it was terrible to be on the outs, right? Boy, and it hurt my feelings, and it kind of like took me for a loop. So I found myself constantly trying to prove myself, or to prove my value, or to, I don't know, have that imposter syndrome, all that and above, until one day, only about 40 or 50 years later, I realized it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. You know what matters? What I think. Yep. And probably, well, if you haven't come to that point yet, boy, it's a wonderful place to be. That only person that matters is you. And if you have a good opinion of you, oh, you're in. And it's a superpower. Number 3 is confidence in reinvention. After you reinvented yourself a few dozen times, you get better at it. You really do. And I think one of the main benefits of aging is you do develop this confidence in knowing that, hey, you can do this, and we'll start over again. And that it's easier this time because you have all the experience combined with the wisdom of doing many other things and putting them all together and coming up with a new formula. I mean, for me, God, I've done so much reinvention in just the past 7 or 8 years. I mean, I've lost 75 pounds. I've completely changed the way I'm eating. I've learned how to eat differently, my keto low-carb lifestyle. Exercise, what was that? That was a 4-letter word. But that, or in my business, here on my YouTube channel, or creating a YouTube channel. I mean, I've done certain parts of this all my life. But now I'm able to put it together and feel confident and doing something for myself and feel not only feeling good about it, but feeling strong that it's going to work, or it's working, and I'm going to get there. It's a great superpower. Number 4, deeper self-love and respect for your body. That's huge. That is so huge. All my life, all my younger life, I felt like I constantly was struggling with myself. It was almost like a self-loathing, not really respecting the way I was or was made, or just what was I putting inside my body, and how I was treating it. It was all part of the immortal phase, right? Yeah, you've been through that too, right? But it was more than that. It was just not giving it enough importance or priority in my life to say, no, I don't really want to go that way. I don't really want to eat this, or what is it that I'm eating? Because my body comes first. And I wish I had developed this superpower earlier in my life, because I believe it would have saved me a lot of pain and suffering, and joy too, But you come to a point, hopefully you're there, or you will be there, is to accept what you are and to treat it like a friend instead of your foe. Yeah. I've had to have my imaginary self sit on my shoulder many times and say, hey, Ree, it's okay. You're not perfect. Or you may have slipped up a little bit too much this time, but you're strong enough and you get back on track. And there's a wonderful joy and feeling of peace with myself now that I've learned to respect it. I mean, of course, the weight loss was part of it, but also acknowledging that I am in control of my body. Or let me put it this way, I can be in control of my body, and it's a wonderful superpower to get. Number 5 might be my favorite, and that is, it's less pressure and more presence. Less pressure, more presence. I guess an easier way would be to say be in the moment, but I want to relate this to, my previous life of working, raising a family, the whole thing. There was always a pressure and a hustle of oh my God, I got to be doing something. I just can't be sitting here or having a day off or the weekend. I mean, I love it when I wake up and I have to check the calendar to make sure, or to see what day of the week it actually is. It's a real thing. But even more importantly, what I love is that, I get into really re-experiencing life without that hustle or that pressure of having to perform or do something. And what I mean, things like the first snowfall, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get out and to go out and stick my tongue out and catch a snowflake. I know that sounds silly, but I've never done that in my life. To me, a snowstorm or an impending snowstorm, you know what that meant? Oh, pressure, horribleness. I got to get to work. Got to get the driveway plowed, the kid to school, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was always like these beautiful, magical moments of time, were always muddled with fear, loathing, and instead now, I can be in the moment and enjoy it. That's truly a big superpower. Okay, before we get to the next one, real important. If you haven't subscribed or liked, it's free and it'll help me. Okay, here it is. Number 6. I believe I have a kinder, stronger heart. A kinder, deeper, and stronger heart. Yeah. I believe I've been a loving person all my life, but now there's such a deep sense of feelings for others, for things, for creatures of the earth, for people's situations, for experiencing love, for experiencing grief. I feel like they're all been heightened. Is that crazy or what? And so much so for me is that I can sense it in others too. I was starting to get a little bit and listening to groups or people talking about being an empath, and I swear I can walk up to someone and I could almost see their feelings or see what they're feeling. And that's a mixed blessing. It really is. It really is, because I do feel deeply. Now, the good part about this stuff is that, what happens is that the more you experience love, the more you experience pain and suffering, traumas, grief. Let's get back to love. Make that circle. Well, the more you do that, you have that. It's all welled in there. The heart just gets it all. And I think you become stronger. I do. I think you become stronger. And I think you become more powerful in the sense that you experience life fully and are able to share and have this connection or feel this connection with others. It's a great superpower. The last one, the gift of purpose. It's taken me all my life to understand my true purpose. And sometimes it's hard, it's hard to see when you're looking in the mirror of the flaws or even the assets or just the whole picture. So in reflection and gaining all that lovely wisdom and experience over the years, you've put it all together and you see what drives you. You see what fuels your heart and how your heart has grown. And there's lies the purpose. The purpose becomes even more evident and it burns even deeper in your soul and in your heart. My purpose has always been to share and to connect with others and to help them maybe during hard times or difficult periods in their life, or just offering the words or a little bit of help, a little bit of encouragement, inspiration perhaps. For me, that has always been things that fuel my heart, but even more so now. And I feel like my purpose is even here on this channel is just to be someone that another person perhaps in my age group or younger now, that they would take a little piece and maybe help validate them or you. The gift of purpose. Another true, wonderful, beautiful superpower. So in closing, I don't want you to fear aging. The coming years could be the most beautiful, blissful, joyful experience of your life. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's a good time. Actually, it's always a good time to just sit and reflect of where you've been, both the good and the bad, how you've overcome, and how the best is yet to come. Please like and subscribe. It's free, and it will help me.